Good evening, cult members. Welcome to the Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
And this is going to be our non-spoiler review for Venom.
Right.
Which we just got home from.
Yep.
This won't take very long. I'm going to just say if you were looking for a super safe, non-fun 90s attempt at a comic book movie, then this is the movie for you. The further I get away from it, the more I'm not happy with it.
I wasn't while we were watching it, so I like I told Brian, the end where they finally figured out that they wanted him to have a comedic side, that was good. He probably could have done that for the whole movie, and a couple of the fight scenes were good, and the rest of it was
I agree with some of the people that I've heard reviews say they liked the Venom Eddie Brock relationship, and more of that kind of back and forth banter and stuff like that would have been a lot more fun.
Well, that's kind of what I meant by the end. It's like they were kind of bantering back and forth, and it was like, where had that been the whole movie?
Yeah, there's Eddie Brock. It is Eddie Brock. Tom Hardy said there's like 30 to 40 minutes of this movie that they took out.
Yeah, the director said there was too.
Yeah, and so that was the first thing I thought of. I liked how they were building up, and I liked how they were introducing the bad symbiote.
It was a little slow.
It was a little slow, but I got it. And then it just all of a sudden we're now to the big fight scene.
Yeah, it was.
And it was like, okay, you could take some of this build up stuff out.
Yeah.
And you could take the doctor out completely, and add some of the more of them working out their relationship more, so it makes sense when they get to the big fight at the end.
Which doctor? The one that was dating his ex. Michelle Williams was such a weird choice too. I don't know.
It feels like they had these big giant plans of grandeur when they hired this cast. You got Riz Ahmed, you got Macy Williams, you got Tom Hardy, you got a subject matter that could be
Michelle Williams, not Macy Williams.
Macy Williams is somebody else. Michelle, I'm tired, guys, so I'm just letting you know now. So be nice. But they had like delusions of grandeur with this whole thing, and it almost feels like Sony came in and said, we would like to be part of the Marvel universe at some point in time, so we need to cut back on all the really bad stuff. And when they did that, they kind of neutered what this could have been.
Yeah.
And I could see where it could have been.
I think I don't know.
There's a really cool chase through San Francisco where I was like, okay, if the whole movie's this 90s kind of campy action thing, and you have the banter back and forth with Venom and Eddie, I'm really going to like this movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to be really okay with this. But I'm going to say this, and I'm not breaking new ground with saying this, but in the post-Infinity War snap, you have to come to the table with stuff that's going to make sense and keep people's attention. You can't just have cool, flashy graphics anymore. You have to have a story.
Yeah.
You have to have a story. And I just don't feel that there was anything that made me... I liked Brock, but I didn't... I'm not going to go home. I'm not going to come home and say, I want Eddie Brock figures or I want Venom figures. I just, I got home from Infinity War and I'm like, I want an Infinity Gauntlet. I want another Thanos. I got home from Stars Born and I'm like, I might want to get the soundtrack. I just have no connection to what happened in the movie at all.
Yes. On the upside, there's like a 5-minute trailer for the Miles Morales Spider-Man at the very, very, very end.
So there's 2 post-credit scenes. I'm not going to talk about the first one. That's a spoilery kind of thing or whatever. But the second one is like a good 3 to 5 minutes of Into the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
That was a better movie in that 5 minutes than what most of Venom was.
It's like, oh, I'm glad we waited. It was worth it.
Yeah. And we were talking about how cool it looks and stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
Tom Hardy's, pretty good. I actually, within like the first 5 minutes, I wanted to lean over and say, "This is more than we've heard him speak in like the last
Yeah.
whatever five
Yeah.
roles he's done."
Yeah.
But I liked his bravado, and I liked his investigative journalist kind of
Yeah,
whimsy and stuff
I
towards
don't know. It
stuff.
felt really weird to me that he was this investigative journalist, like and would push it to the point where he ends up getting fired from his job because he's pushing and pushing and pushing
Right.
and pushing. And then he's kind of a worm. I mean, he's all like not shy, but not,
Yeah. Yeah.
backs off from a fight and what's going on, and
Yeah.
and hides when the guy comes. This is in the
In the trailer.
trailer
Yeah.
where the guy comes in to and robs, or doesn't rob, but demands his
Protection money.
protection money, yeah,
Yeah.
from this little shop, and he hides. And it's like I'm having a hard time with which one are you?
To be fair, at that point though, he had already lost his job. It was 6 months later. He's down on himself. I
Yeah,
mean, you can
maybe.
you can make an argument there, but I agree that there was very little to what happened in the movie as a whole. As much as I like Tom Hardy, I liked him in the role, but I wanted a whole lot more. I wanted more of the relationship. I wanted more from Michelle Williams. Got the name right this time. Riz Ahmed was fill-in standard 90s bad guy
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah,
Again, I'm not saying anything new, but
yeah. Michelle Williams could have not been in the movie. I would have been fine with that.
yeah, they could have hired somebody else for a third of the money and
Yeah.
saved it for special effects. Not that the special effects were bad, but just
Yeah, I mean, I liked the face stuff, I guess.
yeah, yeah. So overall, not great score.
I'm gonna say a 2.
I'm at a 2, and which really sucks because the one we had last night was pretty damn awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if our having seen that one first, we saw A Star Is Born last night, and it's amazing, and then we see this tonight. I'm wondering if that's affecting
We're all
our
skewed.
score a little bit. But
I don't know.
I'm going to say skip. Not even probably, maybe like a Redbox rental. Maybe see it when it's on Netflix.
If they come out with a director's cut, that
If they
might
come out
be-
with a director's cut though, and they've already talked about that, I want to see that version and
Yeah.
see if it's how much better it is. So that's our thoughts on Venom. Not encouraging, but you know what? Guess what? There's 148,000 movies coming out between now and the first of the year,
we have
and-
our tickets for First Man next Thursday.
and Bohemian Rhapsody
Bohemian Rhapsody.
when we get back. So, what did you guys think of Venom? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you think it was not worth having? And does this affect any kind of Spideyverse stuff that they do in the future? Let us know. Leave us a comment. You're already here for 8 minutes. What's it gonna hurt to subscribe to the channel? It's free, and you help us out. You can also get a hold of us on our social media network. We're on Facebook at PopCultureCult. We're PopCultureCult1 on Instagram and on Twitter and at Pop_Cult1. It's on bed. Until next time, good night now.